when I was a little boy, I was not the most athletic. I was definitely not the most likely to succeed. I was very shy. I stuttered, had a horrible stuttering problem, was extremely insecure. And when I was a kid, as a teenager, you know, my outlet for identity became sports. Not that I was a good athlete, but I was the guy that nobody really wanted on their side because I was so clumsy. I was just not gifted. As a high school kid, I would always write poems. You know, I mean, I would just, funny poems, you know, just, but my, you know, nobody, I was the only musician in my home. Like, I got a guitar as a kid and just started playing it. And it was a very random thing. Just one Christmas, my folks decided, hey, we don't know what more to get him, so let's get him a little cheap guitar. I really, you know, didn't think that music would even be an option, even though it became a hobby. But I knew that when I sang, that people would sit and listen, even in high school, if I'd sit down with a guitar and just sing a, you know, an Eagles song. You know, I mean, you know, just, I'd learn a song and sing it, but that was just the jock sitting on campus with an acoustic guitar in his hand, you know, playing. I'd put a whole lot more time into sports than I had music. I didn't think I was that good musically, and in college, I had some, you know, just this one guy that just affirmed me, and it was David Horton, Dr. David Horton. And he would always affirm me and say, you know, Mark, you're not the high note guy, you're not the big, you know, and even though I do have a high voice, he was just saying, but there's a gift that God has given you, because when you sing, there's an anointing on your voice. I like to write, but I didn't think I really was gifted. And I'm still not so sure. I'm kind of looking, going, what, you know, how many songs do you write, or, you know, or how many singles do you have that do well as a songwriter, or how many songs get cut by, you know, what determines that you're really good? I'm just fortunate that every now and then I find one song that kind of separates itself from the others I write and becomes something that people want to hear. You know what, the first song I ever had recorded was on a Truth Christmas album as far as a label release, and it was a song called The Way He Came. It says, isn't it amazing the way He came? No crown, no throne, no big parades. There were no fanfares played, no jubilant display. Isn't it amazing how He came? And it was like, for a young boy, you know, there's a lot. Now I look back, because I teach songwriting, and I go, boy, there's a whole lot of rhyming going on there. I over-rhymed. But I still look back at that lyric, and even though I had no clue about song structure or what would be better and fit better, I wrote from my heart. And I tell young songwriters all the time, you know, sometimes you have to just, it's called stream of conscious writing, when you just write what's in your heart. And sometimes that's best, because it's honest.